The Stallions have started a full-on Trinidad revolution, while it's all about the squad evolution for speed and the Duncan Destroyers. It's Cavalier and Racing and the latest Jamaica Premier League season preview. Yeah, people, welcome back to Jamaica Fan. After a little break, thanks to the start date of the league being pushed back, our latest season preview episode is now locked and loaded, and we will begin in Greater Portmore. Racing United experienced a real hot and cold campaign last season. They started the season on fire before cooling off considerably towards the latter stages, only to rediscover their form when they mattered most in the playoffs. However, Racing shocked the JPL world this summer by parting ways with long-serving head coach Anthony Patrick and bringing an end to an important era at the club. His replacement is Trinidadian coach Densil Theobald, who arrives with an impressive pedigree after winning multiple titles in his homeland. Theobald hasn't come alone either, after bringing several coaches and players from the Trinidadian League to help implement its ideas and usher in a new era for the Racing United club. After last season's inconsistency, the big question is whether this new look Racing can find a more sustainable level of performance. With a proven winner now leading the project and some fresh Caribbean influence added to the squad, Racing will certainly be one of the more intriguing teams to watch in the 2026-27 campaign. Main transfers. Racing United's transfer window reflects the beginning of a new era under Densil Theobald, with the club adding fresh talent from both Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago. Adriel George and Joshua Wilson arrives from Defence Force FC, while former Dumbolin player Nicholas Lawrence and free agent Shantamai Taylor further strengthened the squad. There have also been several notable departures, with Shavani Willis joining Phoenix Capital Maroons and Damorny Hutchinson moving to Montego Bay United, while Michael Williams, Siobhan Reed and Tyrone Mullins have all been released. There might even be more outgoings before the end of the window, as Racing appear to be reshaping their squad to fit Theobald's vision, with his Trinidadian connections already having a clear influence on their recruitment. Key player to watch. It was a whirlwind season for Racing United attacker Tajay Grant, who established himself as one of the JPL's most dangerous attacking threats with an impressive 17 goals, while also earning his debut for the Jamaica senior national team. However, Grant carried a significant portion of Racing attacking burden, at times receiving little support outside of Kyle Ellis. With the Stallions yet to find that killer number 9 during the transfer window, Grant will likely be asked to shoulder much of the goal-scoring responsibilities once again. After last season's breakthrough, the challenge for Grant in 2026-2027 campaign is simple: prove he can do it all over again. Their main aim. Racing got a taste of the playoffs last season, so they would definitely want to be there again at the end of this upcoming season. Anything less will be a disappointment despite the changes made to the technical staff. My prediction. But it's very tricky to see if they will make it to the top 6 due to their brand new unknown elements. Will Theobald's way of football work in Jamaica? Will Tajay Grant recapture last season's form? Will Racing find their elusive killer number 9? And plenty more questions just like those needs to be answered before the start of the season. Racing should have enough quality once again to compete for a player position, but I think they will fall just short and finish 7th. Now we move on from the mysterious Stallions to the very stable Duncan Destroyers. Cavalier once again proved last season why they should never be underestimated. They entered the 2025-26 campaign having lost more than 15 players, while head coach Rudolph Speed also had to split his attention with his senior national team. Unsurprisingly, many questioned whether Cavalier would even make the playoffs, let alone reach another final. Yet somehow they did again. Cavalier needed a final day victory over relegated Harbourview just to reach the playoffs, but once they were there, their trademark grit and determination took over. They battled their way into another JPL final and came within a penalty shootout of adding another league title. Headed into the 2026-27 campaign, however, there is far more stability and optimism surrounding the club this time around. The majority of last season's squad has remained intact, while their involvement in the CONCACAF Caribbean Cup means Cavalier should enter the domestic campaign already battle-tested and closer to full match fitness. Main transfers. Cavalier's transfer window has largely been about finding goals and replacing key departures, particularly wonder kid Kimberly Scott, was left for college. The club has responded by adding promising centre forward Tajay Grant from St. Bess United, while also bringing experienced striker Nicholas Hamilton back as a free agent, giving them another proven attacking option. There has also been a change between the sticks, with Nathaniel Francis arriving from Tivoli Gardens following Vino Bartlett's move to Montego United. Overall, Cavalier haven't undergone anything close to last season's massive rebuild, but their new additions will be expected to fill some important gaps, especially in the attack. Key player to watch. Perhaps more than anyone else in the league, Christopher Ainsworth could be the most vital to his team fortunes this season. With Cavalier struggling for goals early last campaign, head coach Rudolph Speed made the inspired decision to push Ainsworth higher up the pitch from his usual left-back position, and the results were nothing but spectacular. Ainsworth exploded for 11 goals and 6 assists, producing a Player of the Season caliber campaign that helped Paul Cavalier all the way to an unlikely JPL final. And unless Cavaliers splash some serious cash and a superstar centre forward, much of their attacking responsibility will once again fall on Ainsworth. If he can replicate last season's production, Cavalier should remain among the JPL's biggest threats. Their main aim. When refereeing a club of Cavaliers' pedigree, simply making the playoffs should be a given, and while winning the league will of course be welcome, Speed's first desire would always be CONCACAF Caribbean Cup qualification. My prediction: after reaching the final during what was supposed to be a rebuilding year, a more settled Cavalier should once again be considered a legitimate title contender in the upcoming season. Although I still have massive concerns about where they will find most of their goals, expect Cavalier to do what they always do, start slow but end the season with fierce momentum. Surely they will make the playoffs again, and just like last season, they will do it from 5th place. But alright guys, before I get out of here, again a reminder that the new start date for the league, things will kick off now at September 6th, and Cavalier on that opening weekend will pay a visit to Dumbo Olin, while Racing will be at home taking on Arnie Guns on the same day. But that's enough of me talking. I would like to hear from you guys now what you think about Racing Trinidad Revolution and what you think about Cavaliers' goal scoring issues and whether they have solved it or not, as well as your opinion and my predictions for both clubs. Let me know in the comment section below. Otherwise, please like, subscribe and share as we look to keep you all up to date on everything on the JPL, leading to the start of the league on September 6th. Otherwise, for great JPL content, you're already at the right place, JPL Fan. YouTube, big up yourself.